Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, hello, my name is Autumn and I'm a professional hairstylist and makeup artist. My goal for this channel is to show you guys some beauty tips and tricks, so I hope you enjoy. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys a few different ways you can style your hair with braids. One thing to keep in mind is that we all have different hair types. My hair is on the thicker side and it is pretty long, so just keep that in mind. These styles are versatile, but they might not look the exact same depending on your hair type. Here's a quick video I made on how to French and Dutch braid your hair. So first you're going to grab a big section of hair and divide it into 3 smaller sections. Then you'll start to braid a traditional braid, bringing the left strand to the center and then the right strand to the center. Then you'll start to add hair into the braid. It doesn't really matter which side you start to add new hair from first. The important thing is that all new hair comes from the same side of the braid. Eventually you're going to run out of loose hair to work into the braid, so when you get to this point, just keep working in a traditional braid until you reach the ends of your strands. And then secure the braid with an elastic or hair tie. So next will be the Dutch braid. The Dutch braid is done exactly like a French braid, except that you cross the strands underneath instead of over. So again, you're just going to split the section into 3 equal strands. Hold the right strand in your right hand and the other 2 in the left hand. Remember to do like a peace sign to keep those 2 sections apart. And then you're going to let the middle strand drape over your middle finger and hold the left strand against your palm with your pinky. This will keep them separate. So repeat the same process on the left side. Gather a thin strand of hair or a thick depending on how big you want your braids to be. Here are the Dutch braid and the French braid next to each other. So in the first style, I'm going to section off my hair about behind the ear and I'm going to clip it back and out of my way. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, just using my fingers to part my hair about the behind the ear. These are crocodile clips. I love using them. They work super well in thick hair. These clips are from the Wet Brush brand. So first I'm just starting off with a traditional braid, grabbing that bottom section and securing it with an elastic. Then I'm going to take my hair out of the clips and section my hair off one more time. By dividing it in half, then again, and then once more. Leaving the hair out in between the two braids on each side of the head is going to help cover the elastic and bobby pins. Then I'm going to take that top section, about an inch or two of hair, and braid it just like before. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, dividing the hair in half again, and then taking about 2-inch section and braiding that in a traditional braid. See, I have my 4 braids and I'm ready to get started. Right now, I'm just pulling apart the braid to give it that more bohemian kind of style. It also makes the braids just look more full. I start by crossing one braid over, and then I'm going to secure it with a bobby pin. I'm going to take the bottom braid from the opposite side and cross that over as well, and then I typically will tuck the other end underneath the other braid to hide that elastic and bobby pin. I like to adjust where I want to put the braids. I kind of just move it around to see where I think it looks best. And then I secure it with a bobby pin. These bobby pins later will be hidden by the rest of my hair once I brush it into place. So now I'm just pinning a little piece of hair behind my ear. That way the whole look just comes together. As you can see, I then flip my hair back over to cover any bumps, bobby pins, or hair ties. I do the same on the other side by just taking a little piece of hair and pinning it into the side of my braid. And there we have the first style. My second style is a little bit more fun and edgy. First, I start by doing a deep side part, and then I'm going to just section that right off. Then I'm going to go ahead and create 2 different rows. So I will do a section right down the middle, and I'm going to clip that first row off. Then I'm going to go ahead and part my hair towards the front about a 1/2 inch to 1 inch, and then separate that strand into 3 pieces. And then I'm going to do a Dutch braid close to my head, going straight back about halfway. Once I'm about halfway down the side of my head, I'm going to secure the braid with an elastic. So now I'm going to go ahead to the top section and do the exact same thing I did below. Now I'm going to secure those 2 rows of braids with bobby pins. So I went ahead and took out the clip from my hair. Then I let the rest of my hair down, and that was enough to cover my elastics and bobby pins. So for the third style today, I'm going to start off by brushing a section of my hair, and I'm going to part it along the sides, and I'm using the arch of my eyebrow as a reference. Once I have the section I want, I'm going to clip it out of the way, and then I'm going to just brush my hair and clip that out of the way also. What that is going to do is to make sure I'm not pulling hair outside of that part line while I'm braiding. So now I'm just going to take a small section and I'm going to start my French braid all the way back to my crown area. Once I finish braiding, I'm going to place my hair in a ponytail. Now I'm just going to loosen up a few pieces of my braid. This is optional. I just like to have that more loose, messy style. After that, just go ahead and take out the other clips. And I'm going to take about an inch section from underneath my ponytail, and I'm just going to wrap it around the elastic. What that is going to do is create a more put together look. Now I'm just adding some spray to my ponytail to make it fuller. I'm using the Bodybuilder spray from Living Proof. It adds some volume and texture to your hair. You can also use this product if you have thin hair and need your hair more textured for braids. Now I'm just going to show you a quick way you can alter that look. All you have to do is wrap your hair around in a bun and then pin it into place with some bobby pins. So you can take this look one step further by bringing all of the hair up towards the top of the bun and wrapping it around into a bun-like form. Then you can secure it into place with some bobby pins or a hair tie. I just use some hairspray to lock it into place, and then I like to pull down some hairs around my hairline to create a softer look. So there you have the third style and some bonus styles. For style number 4, I'm going to start off by parting some hair that I want to leave down in the updo and clipping it out of the way. If you do not want to leave any loose hair around the front, then just skip this step. Next, I'll be using a hair tie like this. You can use a normal one if you'd like, but I prefer these guys right here. So I'm just taking a chunk of hair on the top left side of my head, and I'm starting to do a French braid. I'm starting on the top left, and I'm going to work down to my lower right corner of my head to create a braid on a diagonal. My niece likes to call this the Elsa braid. And once we run out of hair, we're going to create a loose bun with the hair tie I'm using, And right now it's just going to be messy, and we're going to come back to that later. I'm going to pull apart the braid, as you know I like doing in the previous clips. A quick side note I want to add is that you can do any of these styles with straight or curly hair. It doesn't have to be one way or the other. So now I'm taking out the clips from the top pieces of my hair, and I'm going to take the loose pieces in my bun and pin them around the hair tie. And then I'm just going to pin any loose pieces I do not want showing. Once I feel that it's secure, I'm going to go ahead and spray that with some hairspray. Now I'm pinching some hair from the top crown area of my head and pulling forward. This is a technique I like to do instead of teasing. So there you have the fourth style. So for the fifth style today, I'm going to start off by parting my hair on the side. Then I'm going to part my hair again from the top middle of my head down behind my ear. Then just clip it off to the side. Now I'm going to start doing my Dutch braid. If you guys are struggling with braiding, don't give up. It just takes some practice. There's 1,000 YouTube videos out there that you can watch for reference. Right now is a really good time to practice while we're in quarantine, so watch some videos, practice, and you'll become a pro in no time. So once you run out of hair, you're just going to keep braiding in a traditional 3-strand braid and tie off the end with an elastic. I'm going to be loosening up the braid as I do. Once we're happy with our braid, we're going to go ahead and clip it back, but I am clipping it the way I want it to be in my ponytail. So I'll turn around really quick and you'll be able to see where I'm clipping it. I'm just going to go ahead and pull down some hairs around my face frame, and then I'm using open end bobby pins. These are bobby pins that have just gotten stretched out over time, and I'm placing those in my braid to lock it into place and keep it nice and close to my head. So again, I'm taking the bobby pin and I'm going in an upwards motion and then down. This is going to hide the bobby pins from showing. And once you are happy with how the braid looks, just finish it off with some hairspray. We're going to remove the clips from the back. So now I'm just taking out the clips and I am putting my hair into a mid ponytail. I like to use a claw-like hand while I'm brushing my hair back, and that's going to create divots in my hair. I like to avoid doing any slicked back smooth ponytails. I like to have more volume and texture, but that's just a personal preference. And then I just let down some pieces around my hairline, and I'm going to place my pony into about the middle of my head, and then I will remove that elastic from the braid. I want to add some volume to the back of my hair, so I'm going to go ahead and do the same pinch and pulling technique that I did earlier. I want to go ahead and hide that hair tie, so I'm going to take about an inch or two of hair and wrap it around like before. And I like to place the bobby pin from underneath and going straight up into the ponytail. You can use extra bobby pins if needed. And there we have the final fifth look. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more hair tutorials, be sure to comment below. And if you have any suggestions, comment that as well, and I will be more than happy to do those for you. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel, and make sure you turn on the notifications so you are notified every time I upload a new video. If you guys like this makeup look, make sure you check out my Instagram. I will put the link to my account in the description box below. And that is it for today, so I will see you in the next video. Bye!